how to navigate difficult and challenging emotions, and how to bring safety back to our inner child. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Simi Sunshine. I am a spiritual ascension guide and a feminine embodiment facilitator. This channel is devoted to helping you on your journey and your path to healing and reclaiming all parts of yourself and understanding the deeper layers of your emotions, of your intuition, and how to truly live this human experience feeling whole and present and supported on this journey. So let's dive deep. As a society, we've been conditioned that we have certain emotions that are positive and certain emotions that are negative. That certain emotions are welcomed and allowed, and certain emotions need to be shunned and punished. For example, with the expression or experience of joy and love and celebration, these are emotions that we really allow ourselves to feel. But when it comes to maybe sadness or grief, there's a little bit more resistance in wanting to feel that. And what that essentially is that these are all aspects of ourselves. So imagine that every single emotion is a little child. So joy is a child, sadness is a child, grief is a child, happiness is a child, jealousy is a child, right? And now imagine that sadness is coming up to you, and sadness is saying, hey, I'm sad. I'm sad and I just want to be held and I want to be seen and I want a big hug. Now, would we reject that child? Would we say, no, you're uncomfortable, I don't want to deal with you? No, we would take that child, we would receive that child that is sad, and we would embrace it in our arms, and we would let that child know, hey, you're safe. I love you. You are welcomed. You can be sad for as long as you need to be. I'm going to hold you. And let's imagine the same with jealousy or anger. If anger, the child, anger is coming up to you and anger is like, I'm really angry. And there are so many emotions alive in me. Are we going to punish that child for experiencing anger? Because ultimately, anger is just a byproduct of something that is deeper at the roots, which is pain, right? So we will receive that child that's angry and we will say, hey, let's find a healthy and creative way to express this anger, right? Let's find a healthy way to channel this anger, this energy that is moving through, instead of pushing it away. And what we've done is that over the years, we've taken all of these emotions that we've been taught by society are not accepted. So anger, judgment, shame, and we've locked them away in tiny little jars and we've put them in the closet where we don't have to see them. And what we're essentially doing with that is we're locking away aspects of our own heart, our own soul, our own unique essence. And so now we have this beautiful opportunity to take those jars of self, take sadness out of the closet, open the jar, hold the sadness, welcome it. Take anger out of the closet, open that jar, receive that part of our own heart and soul back to us. Because these emotions are simply aspects of ourself. These emotions are simply energies, right? Maybe as a child within your childhood, you may have experienced a very traumatic experience that you did not in that time, in that moment, have the capacity to move through. You didn't have the proper tools or the support or the love or the awareness to allow those emotions to move through you. So what your body did is it stored those emotions. But now that we are adults, we have the capacity. We have the capacity to know that, hey, I'm not in fight and flight, and I can hold this safe space for me to allow these emotions to now move through, because these emotions are simply energies. They're old experiences and memories that want to be released out of the body. They simply want a loving space for them to be expressed and witnessed. And so what you have now the opportunity to do is open up all of these jars of self, of soul, of heart, and claim all of those parts back to you one by one. And you get to be the loving awareness, the loving witness that just holds all of these emotions into the present space, where love is present and love says, hey, all of you is welcomed, all of you is seen, all of you is held, all of you is celebrated in this space and loved. And this is where we get to experience healing for ourselves, where we get to release those old traumatic experiences, because these energies and emotions, it's just trauma held in the body that wants to actually leave, right? These experiences want to leave out of your body. And what you get to do is you get to give yourself the gift of allowing these energies and these emotions to move, because as they start to move out, you're going to create space in your body. You're going to create space in your heart, which then is going to allow you to then receive in that space more experiences that feel loving to you. You get to actually receive love. Where there was trauma before, now there is space for love, your own presence. And through that, the mirroring of love that life has for you, that life wants you to experience. Because you're not meant to live here just in pain and suffering. God wants you to experience all of it. And so give yourself the gift of meeting these parts of yourself that simply want your attention, that simply want to know, hey, is it safe for me to come out? Is it safe for me to express it myself? Is it safe for me to voice myself? And you get to create that safety for yourself. And this is where we get to build emotional intelligence within our bodies, so that when we meet life and we're engaged in life, we're not coming from this place of feeling really closed off and afraid and triggered, because we've created this sense of safety within ourselves. Our nervous system feels relaxed. Our inner child feels safe and relaxed to be the vibrant, multi-dimensional, expressive essence that our inner child is meant to be. So my invitation is, if there are emotions that are coming up, allow them to come up and simply be a loving witness to them. Hold it in your embrace. Let it cry, let it scream, let it shout, let it do whatever it needs to do to release that energy, so they can come back into its joyful, vibrant, expressive nature. These energies are meant to be moved. They're not meant to be stagnant. So please give yourself the gift of presence with yourself. Give yourself the gift of grace and love and holding yourself as you wish for another to hold you. Because only when you build that relationship with yourself can you actually allow somebody else into that intimacy and vulnerability with you. Your emotions are a beautiful expression of the human experience that you are meant to live here, and they are all a necessary part of this life. So instead of denying, now we get to just embrace all of us and the uniqueness of all of these experiences and emotions. I hope that this was helpful on your journey healing back to yourself, and I am sending you all so much love. I am sending you all so much love from my heart to yours on your healing path to your inner child.